gotta be careful playing some of them old videos too. I don't know if you noticed. Some of them niggas on TikTok been bringing back R. Kelly music.
Yep.
I mean, I got R. Kelly music in my playlist. I ain't gonna hold you. That nigga sick, but he in jail. They got him.
Bruh.
You'll never catch me playing AJ nothing but a number. That's that shit is crazy. The concept of a nigga really snitching on himself or something like that on the song is ridiculous.
Yo. Look at this, bro.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
If that's not the realest thing about this whole situation, it just makes it more funny.
That shit is you a rat.
Like, oh, for real, Drake told you that? Oh, you the rat, nigga. You the mole.
Damn, I didn't know that. So that means that nigga Kendrick be listening to Joe Budden podcast vehemently, my nigga. All right. Should I stay on the West Coast?
You can do West Coast real quick.
All right. Let's go super West. Yes, sir. That's stunt. That's stunt man. You know what I'm saying? Tyler the Creator, Vince Staples. I fucking love that song. That might be my favorite off the deluxe that he dropped of his last project.
Hey, that shit fire. That shit sound fire.
I love that damn song. I love that damn song. That shit is stupid. Driving like I got a death wish. That nigga Tyler go crazy. Oh shit. Well, let's see if we go 3 for 3. We did, but
there we go. We got 2.5.
2.5 out of 3. I was just about to say that shit. 2.5 out of 3. All right, so this is episode 3. Of goddamn goddamn the what's the name podcast. It's what's his face talking about what you call it on the what's the name podcast.
Doing the what's the day.
I am one of your hosts, Kelvin Ruffin Jr. Don't forget the Junior, and this is your boy
Larry the Wavy Fellow, here to tell you
hello.
And over here, we just ready to get into this wave talk.
Shout out to my brother Trey. Once again, couldn't be here, so y'all not getting the beautiful visuals to see
Trey,
my big ass on camera, see Larry on camera.
You get to see my blockhead with my wide nose.
Right, so we shout out to my brother son Okage. So we back again. I guess instead of matter of fact, I ain't even. How was your week? We ain't seen each other in about a week, so how was your week?
Honestly, man, my week was dreadful. I'm on the process of moving, so it's like a lot of issues trying to come up, but I'm taking care of it.
Right.
But I mean, honestly, just blessed and highly favored at the end of the day too. That's all I can really say.
You moved? You got a new spot?
I'm about to have a new spot. You know,
already got approved and everything.
In the process.
Okay. Well, shout out to moving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And new things, new residence, new address type shit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And a new job. As well.
Shout out to that too. You going to the warehouse?
Yeah, nah, I ain't going to the warehouse.
You not? You said fuck that?
Nah, yeah.
I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it.
But how about you, man? How everything going?
It's been rough. It's nothing that I'm gonna get into on air. It's personal conversations that shit we didn't already had.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's been good and terrible. Good because whenever hard times is coming to a close, you look forward to the next chapter, but you still kind of licking the wounds from the battle you just got out of, and this last one was a lot on all fronts. Rest in peace goes out. Rest in peace to my brother Lloyd. I ain't gonna say brother because me and him wasn't super close and super cool, but that was my guy. Me and him used to work together. He pulled up to my first show. You probably actually seen him at the show. Said Brody was found unresponsive. They rushed him to a hospital. He didn't make it.
Sorry for that.
Bro is 23 years old. So like we watching a generation lose more kids than parents.
I'm about to say, I don't know this person per se, but I don't wish death upon anybody, even if they are living a certain lifestyle.
Facts.
But the rapper Fulio, he passed away on his birthday at the age of 20. At the age of 26.
I got you.
So that kind of hit different. So only because I'm 26 and somebody that passed in at 26 and then bro saying somebody passed at 23, that's not too far off of our years.
Facts.
So
and it's like I turned 29 this year. It shouldn't feel like that much of a milestone to make it before 30 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we that moniker of, we grateful to see 21, that's reserved for the people that really live a certain type of lifestyle or live around a certain type of lifestyle that I can honestly say I've been afforded to not have to live around thanks to the hard work that my parents put in. And Virginia is not filled with those places. You know what I'm saying? So, for us to be seeing that from, niggas live in Virginia Beach. You know what I'm saying? Bros pulling up to work with clean fits. He coming to work in outside fits. and it's like I pull up to work t-shirt and basketball shorts. You would think I was broke as hell. Like so it's like you pulling up nice, you very well kept up, you pulled up to the show clean as hell. You know what I'm saying? Connected in certain circles and fam couldn't make it to 25. You know what I'm saying? Like and I don't know the lifestyles people be living. I do know my generation is into a lot of shit that the older generations wasn't publicly in. we gonna leave out that public. We gonna leave in that publicly part. But my generation has kind of taken a lot of things to the next level. As far as whatever y'all did, we're gonna take it to the next level because what y'all had back then is somewhat of a watered down version, or our shit is a more concentrated version of what y'all had back then. Weed back then is not as concentrated as today. If you're doing coke or any other of those hard drugs, it's different than what it was in the 70s. You know what I'm saying?
So it's gonna hit us different.
Right.
Our generation.
Right. And it created a whole crack epidemic basically in the 80s. And we got a more concentrated version of that of people who were kids of people who did some of those drugs.
And those people's kids are kids.
Basically. Right. So it's a real bad snowball effect that has been coming from the 60s, 70s, and 80s that's hitting my generation hard as a fuck. People my age, rest in peace to my guy CP. He passed away last year. I think he was in his 30s. He had a stroke and died. And it's like, my nigga, you had a stroke and, like, what? You know what I'm saying? And I was supposed to work with him, actually. I actually worked with him at Amazon, but me and him was supposed to work on music together. I think a couple weeks before he passed, he sent me 2 beats. And he wanted me to see, what did I think about him, because he was getting back into music. And it's like, I feel bad that we take time for granted as much as we do. But when we think about taking time for granted, we think of years and years that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga was asking me for shit, like, asking me to, be a part of certain things with him. A couple weeks go by, I'm feeling that survivor's remorse from that. Lloyd also reached out to me, said, well, we could work on music. That was maybe a year and some change ago. Now, you know what I'm saying? That happens, and it's like, I know my small contribution probably, may not have affected the outcome because it didn't have a lot to do on his personal life. You know what I'm saying? But just me feeling like I could have done more constructive things with my time, bro. In this day and age, so many people like myself, probably like yourself as well, we get riddled with those feelings because it seems like everything is getting snatched so fast, and the shit is depressing, bro. This shit is really depressing.
It really is. Even being a person that has seen death in his life since 3, it makes it more. It is difficult, especially if you are not so numb to it, but kind of used to it.
Right.
And dealing with those type of emotions every time you hear about a death, whether they're close or not, it just gives you some form of PTSD. So
facts.
The way I look at it now is more like they time is now has
like
come.
tilted up.
Yeah, their time has come. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The time has come. So it's more so like at least they don't have to suffer. At least, even if like it was something where they didn't get to live their life fully,
facts.
It's still a blessing that they was able to live, and their memories are still here. So that's the only thing I can really think about to get me going.
Yeah, and I don't think because our parents taught us that, it's a good mindset to have to be able to wake up the next day and just be grateful for waking up.
Yeah.
I don't know if they prepared for us to be feeling this way at 25.
26.
You know what I'm saying?
26 and 28.
Because we've been feeling, and no bullshit, bro, we've been feeling this for a minute. I could go back to, and I'm sorry we opening this shit so sad, but I could go back to 2015. I'm 20 at the time, and go down to Georgia to go on a trip on some dance related shit. Shout out Mizu, crashed at his crib. And we find out when we get down there, somebody back here took his own life, like somebody who we was just hanging with. Like it was one of those people where it's like, oh, he always talk about it. He always be saying he gonna do it, but it seemed like he be doing that for attention. And then one day he didn't hit nobody up, and it was done. And it's like, well, shit. I don't think anybody should be taking somebody for granted like that anymore, because that wasn't something that I said. It was just something that was being said, because our community speak and shit like that.
Yeah.
And even just going back to that, it's like that story is a little too common, and it's been a little too common since 2015 time. Like,
honestly, earlier than that, it's really since the internet been around.
That's facts. Internet for us, and I think we talking early Facebook, post MySpace, recipes MySpace.
Yeah, post MySpace.
We talk like early Facebook. That shit was really fucking with people's lives. Yeah, like that.
Even MySpace was fucking with people's lives.
It was too. It was a little bit.
Like the end of MySpace was fucking with people.
Yeah,
going into Facebook because everybody was just. It was more of like a face card. It's like today it's still the face card, but it's like at least people can clap back. Versus back then, because a lot of people didn't know how to use the internet, or didn't know what this was, didn't know what that was, so they took that serious. Like they like some of that shit was real serious to them.
That's a fact. So, I guess a quick moment of silence.
Yeah, a quick moment of silence for everybody, please.
All right.
And we back.
All right. So after I'm sorry.
A little introduction.
That was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do think we should probably talk about ourselves a little bit more, because I think the last 2 episodes we ain't even asked how each other was. Yeah.
So you good? Man?
Yeah, we getting there. We chugging along. You know what I'm saying? I'm a freestyle this one a little off the top, because you got a battle coming up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. You got a battle coming up.
Hey,
I don't know,
man.
dude. You battle, don't care to know him because you my guy. That's the only thing I give a damn about. 3-0, even if you only go 2 rounds. It's 3-0. Your fit gonna be better. Your music gonna be better. Your haircut gonna be better. The shoes gonna be cleaner. That nigga gonna pull up dingy with trash rounds and trash music. That's what I'm counting on. You feel me? So
bro,
shout out to my brother Larry. He got a battle coming up. How you feeling? How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm never the type to bash my opponent.
Yeah, I'll do that for him.
This guy, bro. This guy. I don't bash my opponent. If anything, I'm just hyped that I got another opportunity to go out there and dance.
Facts.
Even with my small hiatus from like dropping stuff and popping up at events, because my last event I popped up to was January 27th. So it's been a while.
You think he Kendrick?
No, man.
You gotta pop out his show.
But no, when it is time though, I just let God let me know when it's time, and I just do what I gotta do. Leave it on the dance floor. If I need to improve, I improve. But
Well, what's the event you battling at?
it's called Dear Summer, and this is third segment. I was in the last segment, Dear Summer 2.
You was wilding that shit. I remember that shit. You was fucking wild.
That was a 4-way battle, and that was wild.
And 3 niggas died.
Hey man, shout out to all those people, man. To all
Facts.
Them,
I think I knew a couple of them.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna say y'all, just the niggas I don't know. I'm talking big shit because I'm not gonna dance against none of you niggas. I'm done. I'm solely here to talk shit because it keeps my colon clean. That's really
God,
that's really why I talk shit.
Hey yo, that's crazy.
But also it's in the spirit of talking shit. I come from a different era.
I talk shit as well, but I just I'm like J. Cole while apologizing, if that makes sense.
Fuck no. Don't you ever, my nigga.
If I say something, I make that, bro. Like I ain't gonna hold you. But
you and Colossus also got a battle coming up. He battling Sage coming up. Shout out both my niggas. You feel me? Sage, you gotta go though. You gotta go to Sage.
I don't know you personally, Sage.
You my boy.
I feel like that's gonna be one of them ones.
I know Sage personally. I battled the nigga. I remember after our battle. I think the dopest part about after our fatal 4-way battle, after the battle, bro was calling the Uber, and I needed a break outside from all that fucking smoke that was in Peach's basement. Shout out Peaches, shout out Hyper. I just needed a break from all of that. I went outside and I was on the phone. I called who I was messing with at the time. I was like, hey, I'm just battled. You know what I'm saying? Shit was over. I won. Like, oh, really? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling. And then I noticed Sage standing right next to me, him and his wife. Shout out to both of them. Beautiful couple. They was waiting for Uber. I was like, I mean, I could drop you off at your crib if you need me to. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. You my guy. So Colossus actually drove, but Colossus, you know, he ain't want to be in all that smoke either. You already know my nigga EC.
Yeah.
So that nigga EC saw a lane, an opportunity to leave. I was like, hey, bro, I'm going to drop Sage off at the crib. You trying to roll? That nigga... Yeah. No words. Just head nod. Yes, nigga. I'm trying to leave.
Man,
so
get
yeah,
out of here, please.
that was probably the dopest part of that experience. Outside of my W, okay. I mean, the ride with him back to the crib, it was dope. Like Sage just a cool nigga for real. Like he cool as hell. Ain't he a drill rapper now?
For real?
I didn't see that shit coming at
a
all.
rapper now?
He do. That nigga was on the drill record. I think with Op and I don't know if Killer was on it. Yeah, I don't know if they both was on it, but I see him on the record.
I mean,
I was like,
it's not. I mean,
I was shocked.
I mean, Killer song ain't bad, and
Killer rap
yeah,
for real. I fuck with Killer music.
That one song I heard about Op wasn't bad, so I can just imagine it'd probably be good.
Yeah, I haven't really heard a lot of Op's music. I think I heard him a little bit on a song that he did with Killer.
Yeah, he danced to his song against Turf Beaver.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he danced.
That's hard. That's hard. Turn the mic straight up.
Yeah,
Not just the mic. Just straight up.
There we go, man. All right, there we go. All right, we good? Y'all can hear me clearly?
There we go. Yeah, I know. Last episode
was like, it sounded like I was talking over the telephone, bro.
We had some technical difficulties. My man was talking through the jail phone. That was my bad. My bad.
They had to let me free at that jam. You know what I'm saying?
But we good now. I apologize. I'll apologize for that one. When I heard it, I should have said something. I should have stopped and did something.
That's why he been telling me now with the mic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to adjust it to make it comfortable for me. Yeah. There we go.
Yes,
There we go. All right,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I ain't trying
Yeah,
to
'cause
talk about it.
we still got some janky equipment in this motherfucker, but it's a little expensive. But it's we gotta keep the hood. You gotta keep the hood in there a little bit.
Hey man, just invest yourself. Keep investing in ourselves.
Type shit. But yeah, those are two events. I might not be at the joint in Richmond, but I do plan on heading to Jersey because that's Da Vinci's event. Da Vinci's my guy. He has credits on both of my last two albums.
Shout out Da Vinci, man.
So that's my guy. Shout out Da Vinci. Love you, family. But yeah, that was just I know the last two episodes niggas ain't really get into a lot about themselves and what they got going on since I have this going on. You know what I'm saying? You still active outside. I wanted to shed some light on that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
How did you at what age did you realize dancing was something that you actually was good at?
10, 11.
And when you started feeling like I want to battle niggas?
Well, now that I ain't gonna lie. I was always forced to battle niggas.
Hey man, my nigga could dance.
Cause like dead ass, like everybody that grew
niggas,
up in that jerking era, bro.
Oh, for sure.
Knew.
I got forced into a battle too.
Yeah,
that way.
so it's like
shout out Vernon.
like,
Shout out
shit
Malik
like
too.
that, bro. Like shit like that made me get into battling and jerking. But then when I was actually dancing, cause they ain't like I was a bad jerker. I'm not gonna hold you. My skills then was not good compared to how they are now.
Yeah, we was nice. I can't relate.
Like, so that's on you.
No, I was trying to for a long time. I ain't gonna front.
So when I was like actually like breakdancing and potlocking and shit, they was like, oh shit, you dance for real, not just you know. What I mean?
Oh,
like,
you be in the movies.
Yeah, that's what that was like. That was like, yeah, that's the label you have. You gonna have to jerk. You just actually dance. And then I was like, all right, fuck it. And then that's when I started battling people for real because I used to go to different skating rinks in the city. Like I went to one skating rink in Smithfield and we battled.
Tough.
And it was funny because I was rapping too. So I had a rap battle and a dance battle in the same day, which was funny. Then
You won both?
No, lost both. I was trash. I wasn't trash, but I was trash. But
Humble beginnings.
Imagine this raspy monotone voice trying to rap over a fucking skating beat, doing Power Hour. Not gonna happen.
Oh my god, that shit is funny.
But I mean, my first legit battle wasn't until I was like 14, like about to leave middle school, like 13 or 14, some shit like that.
You was in high school at 14.
Yeah, so 13.
Yeah.
Like my legit shit was like, actually my legit battle was 12 because I battled some people that I saw at not Deer Summer, but Something in the Water a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I battled, like it was funny seeing them again.
That is funny. That is very funny.
So like
that's a whole hour and a half away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all here now. That's funny. That's funny.
So that shit happened and I battled their like it was they whole family dance. So I battled the step brother, the middle-aged brother, the oldest brother, and I battled all of them. So it was funny.
To be clear, he washed all them niggas. He got gypped.
To be clear, I'm gonna be honest with you. I lost. Not bad, but they taught me because like I was just dancing to dance. I wasn't dancing to battle. They
Something in the Water?
No, not Something at the Water.
Something, that's what I was talking about.
Something at the water. I was in my bag.
At Something in the Water, he washed them niggas.
I was in my bag. Fuck them niggas.
Them judges was ass.
Hey, look, I still respect to the judges and everything like that, but
not for me.
I was going ham. But other than that, man, it just started at the skating rink, then just got better and better over the years. Like I literally battled in front of a big crowd of people at the skating rink, big crowd of people at schools, big crowds of people at festivals.
Them school dances when you battle one that was a big fucking deal when you won one of those.
That was a 2v1 type situation.
Oh my god.
And that was like, bruh. And I like shout out to my homie Stefan and my homie Cam Huff. They my niggas, but I watched them.
Y'all got the business,
bro. They got punished to the point. Like I was walking on my back type shit. The little.
Oh.
Like
it took me a second. I know
like
exactly what
reverse,
talking about.
Like the reverse crab walk, basically.
Oh my god, I know exactly what that nigga's talking about.
And that was to a dubstep song.
Oh yeah, dubstep. Oh my god, that dubstep era was really different.
Yeah.
That shit was really different.
But my old bit homie right to the left of me, really to the
nobody,
next to me.
right?
To the right, really to the right of me. But my old big homie, just bro, mentor. How was your dance career, man?
Oh shit! Damn, I didn't think you was gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that. Come on now, I'm podcasting.
I don't be trying to talk about this shit, man.
Well, we don't gotta get into it. How it went.
My start was me battling my sister in the crib. My sister Mickey. Of course I battled my sister Mimi too, but the start of it was her. She memorized all Michael Jackson routines and could do them shits with the videos and shit, and she could also pop. So breaking was the beginning of that for me.
Okay.
The first one. And I would battle just to beat her. That was like that was the ultimate goal. Like I gotta get nice to be able to compete, because I was a competitive ass little nigga. Like I was really competitive. I was in the sports, and anything that I could do, I wanted to be the best at. So it's like, I can dance and you can dance too. That can't happen. So, I need to see what's good with this. I would lose every time. She's still nice, but she teach Zumba classes now. She was just on the news, I think yesterday.
Congrats to her.
From the time that we was recording this. So
congrats.
Yeah. So shout out to you. I love my family to death, and I love you to death too, Mickey. I know I don't be there as much, so I ain't gonna get too sad. But
don't get sad on
but me. Yeah, that was the start of me understanding dance, and then after that I got better and better and better. And I think my first legit battle was against my homeboy Anthony.
Okay.
It was close. I felt like I won, but it was like a tie kind of edge towards him. He was nice, but everyone kind of viewed him as the corny kid, even though he was cool as hell. Like, of course, me and him joked each other, but like the view of him being corny to me was based more so off of he didn't do the nigga shit that niggas thought was cool.
Yeah.
So he was, he was black, and he was, he was what would be considered a nerd, but he was just a cool nigga. Like, his parents was cool as hell. I love his parents to death. His little sister was cool. Like, everything about his household was cool, and he was a funny dude. And that was like the first time I had battled in middle school. It wasn't as, when you don't have the winning experience, it don't hit the same.
Of course. Trust me, nigga, I started out losing.
Second battle was against somebody else, and I won. And it was like clear. I'll never forget. This was when Got Money was hot. Bro, got money. Got Money had dropped, and that was playing in the school dance, and I knew the song back to front. So we battling. And I'm chilling. I'm in my cool shit, and I caught me an ill ass dub. I hit the fade out at the end of the song. I hit that bitch. Had a little pose. I hit that bitch, and then everybody went crazy. I was dancing with 3 bitches at a time at that middle school dance, and I know them too. And I ain't gonna call them bitches because they cool as hell. They all probably got families and are all amazing women today. So shout out to y'all. But yeah, I had it was like that. That was the experience. After you win the battle, you get the prize. And he was cool as hell too. Like, me and him literally dapped each other up right after. He was one of the more popular kids. So shout out to him. But yeah, that was like the first taste of like glory from dance. Then jerking got hot summer after 8th grade. I was trash. Got to high school. Kept practicing, boom, still trash. Then I started getting better, and my brother, and when I say my brother, I really mean my fucking brother Malik. He had just moved to Virginia from New York, and the way that we got introduced, my man, yo, you see what this nigga got on? This nigga had on the Atlas Velados. And he was wearing them shits in PE, mind you.
I have a lot of those.
The Spectros were the cheapest ones.
Yeah, I had the Spectros. They just not good.
The other shits with the leather, them shits was 99, 119. Them niggas not playing with them shoes. So he had them shits on in PE. We either had on the Atlas or the Knights. I think he had the Knights on. He had them shits on in PE. And my nigga Vernon was looking at it like, yo, you see this nigga? Bro, this nigga has on the Knights in PE, bro.
Hey, bro.
And it was, yo, you jerk, bro? Yeah. Yo, KJ, you got to battle this nigga, bro. I'm like, nigga, this was your initiation. What are you talking about? So Malik being the nonchalant nigga he is, all right. So then we battled, and it was one round apiece, and there was no, like, decided winner. It was just after that we was cool as hell. That was the first day I met him, and I think that was his second day at school. Every time I became cool with somebody who was new to the school, I met them on the second day they was there. No bullshit. I was always absent the first day. Same thing with my nigga Justice. Shout out to you, Justice. And after meeting him, from that point on, that was my bro. The nigga damn near lived at my house through all of high school. Like, bro, like, after that, then me and him had a crew. We split because niggas had a childish ass high school issue. That was my fault. And then niggas ended up still being around each other all the time. So it was damn near a team merger. But yeah, niggas got super fucking nice. And then 12th grade, I graduated. I've known EC since 7th grade. He danced in middle school. And when I seen him dance, I was like, "Oh shit, you dance too? You don't talk, like you."
Bro, they be the ones, bro.
And he did talk because he was always cool. So everybody fucked with EC who knew EC.
Yeah.
And then
same as today for real.
He went to Kempsville. I went to Salem. And summer or right toward the end of the year in senior year of high school, me and him started getting cool again. And he was supposed to join our jerk crew. So. And he was nice as a bitch. That nigga did them jumping pin drops. That nigga was crazy.
Bro, that shit hurt your kneecap.
And bro was getting the air. He was
one of them
air.
joints, he in the air for like 5 seconds before
I'm
he come
like,
down.
Damn. So yeah. Then me and him started linking up. Then dubstep was hot during this time. So now niggas is doing animation, Dragon House inspiration. We doing animation shit like that. Then he introduces me to Adisa. I learned how to flex.
Shout out Adisa.
And shout out Adisa VAOG. And that was kind of where flexing took off for me at that point. And my battle career, somewhat short-lived, but very thorough for everybody who was around.
You got a nice resume though.
I got a decent resume.
You got a nice resume.
Just from what niggas can, like, I could say was on camera and what I could say, like, I won because I got money from it. Excuse me. I mean, me and Phil, I lost that one. In the building, I lost that one.
On cam, I feel like on cam in the building you won, but
people say that. I respect it. Me and Flizzo, I feel like I lost that battle, and I did lose the battle by the judges. I heard more and more later on that people felt like I won. It didn't matter to me because to me, I lost to Flizzo. So, lost to Flizzo. Then I battled in North Carolina. This dude named High Pressure, watched him. I went to.
You about to scream too, right?
I battled. Yeah, that was late. That was toward. I was actually retired when I battled him.
Oh, so that was the end of your career.
Yeah, that was the second to last battle I had. Then I went to Boston. Battle dude named Mean Street. To me, that was a wash. To his people up there, he won. To me, it's respect on either side. We ended up winning battle of the night. So it's like, fuck it. I mean, if I feel like I won and he feel like he won, that's what battling is really. If you
can't. That's the one.
It's kind of like boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like boxing.
It's a draw.
If I won by split decision to all of your people, I should have lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna argue it because he's a cool ass nigga and all his people's cool as hell.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm me. So
cool ass nigga too.
You know what I'm saying? I really just don't be giving a fuck for real. So yeah, that happened. Then I went down to, let's see, I lost in a tournament before. Then my nigga Ram, shout out to Ram. I lost in a tournament in Georgia. Me and Savage battled Hermes, and he's known as who's the nigga that danced to the Ultra Instinct shit?
Talking about Luffy?
Yes, Luffy. Hermes and Luffy. Me and Savage battled them in the tournament. They ended up winning the tournament. There was a little bit of controversy with the battle because one of the judges who voted for them wanted to take his vote back and make us go another round. And Hermes Pop, shout out to him. He was running the event. He was like, nah, y'all made y'all decision and we strict on time, so let's go. I was like, he's right. No bullshit, he's right. If you can't make the decision in the moment, because then if we win that last round, then we hold them. So it's like
you don't want to be in that position.
You know what I'm saying? I rather
morally,
because even if we win the tournament after that, it's like, bro, it's fugazi based off of those circumstances. Y'all pick them. Rock with it, bro. Like, so
stand on business.
And they made the right decision. Niggas won the tournament. So, then I battled Scream. That was a wash. Shout out Scream. That's still my guy. But he know what happened. Went to Florida. Battle brother by the name of Tress.
Got a main event battle.
Yeah, that was the main, bro. I was in prime retirement. You know, well, you don't know it yet, but you gonna know it. When you don't feel like dancing and somebody asks you to battle, the lab before the battle is going to happen at the last minute.
Oh, I've been through that.
And when you start to lab, you stop probably 2 minutes into the lab. You're just like, all right, fuck, I think I'm good,
bro. Cause like, if you wanna know something, that's what I did for this previous battle in the 4-way. Like,
respect.
Like I was going through so much. I went in, moved in, and like last week I just practiced.
and that's you going through something. Yeah. I didn't announce my retirement. I'm done. I'm down here to see Crow battle because I never met Crow in person before, but me and him have always kept up like back and forth with each other. So like Crow was one of the first people that acknowledged when I hit my serious level up. So like I just wanted to meet Crow. Like, oh snap, this him. This nigga's a legend. He cool as hell. So this would be a chance for me to meet him and see this nigga battle. And I ended up having to battle his opponent because travel plans fell through with Crow. So I went 13 hours, mad as hell, when I found out that Crow was not coming. I was like, of course I wanted to be in Florida. Of course I wanted to see my brother Dice, but Crow was a big reason why I was coming out here, bro. No bullshit. So now me, Chico, and the person I was with at the time, we all down there. I'm having a terrible time. Chico having the time of his life while I'm in fucking misery in my nice ass hotel room. Bro, shit nice as a bitch, bro. Bedroom, a full family and living room, full kitchen, bathroom separate. It's a little hallway between the bedroom and the bathroom. It's lit in that bitch. That's nice it. Pool. I was on the grill outside. Shit, nigga, I'm miserable in that bitch, bro. I'm fucking miserable in that bitch. Anyway, sidebar. Anyway, but yeah, my career kind of went as follows. Oh, and the fatal 4-way that I had. The 4-way was me, Kevin, Voice, and Sage. Out of all of those, I lost. Other than the ones that I said I lost, like the tournament ones, lost to Phil, lost to Flizzo. Everything else was either a verified guaranteed dub or, you know, it wasn't agreed upon, but general consensus said I won. So, oh yeah, and I can't forget Repo. That battle kind of set the tone for me because there was a lot of shit that if Repo would have landed it, I probably would have got my ass bust that night. But I was kind of like just relying on aura because I didn't have a planned battle that night. Adisa ran up on some, yo, you know what would be dope? Like, yo. Like, all right, Adisa, I got you. You know what would be dope? I just pulled up with Steps and Blackout. I just picked them niggas up from the hotel, and then here come Adisa outside. Yo, Steps was good, bro. Yo, KJ, bro, what's good with you, bro? How you living? Yo, dog, so boom. This nigga Repo in town, and I think it'd be real dope. I'm like, all right, I know where this is going.
He said that when I came.
So I was like, I'll let you know. I'll think about it. And then the think about it turned into, all right, but we only going 2 rounds, no more. Ain't gonna be no ties. We seeing the third. No, we only going 2 rounds. He was like, all right, cool, bet, I got you. And that was what happened. But yeah, that and looking back on that battle, I can see how people might say I lost. I just had the aura during that time, so it was, yeah, that's I kind of got carried through by that. Mm-hmm. But it didn't matter because in person, the niggas felt how they was feeling, and that night was fire too. But yeah, that was kind of my dance career in a nutshell. There was a lot of battles that I had locally, a lot of battles that weren't on camera. I've watched a lot of you niggas.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, I felt that way too. Like if I was to go through my memory bank and put that shit onto a SD card somehow.
But I'll be fair, it don't count because it wasn't no camera, it wasn't organized shit like it, you know, but niggas knew what it was. And there's a reason why I'm retired, because I'm washed. So so yeah, I had my short-lived time, and as well as running events and shit like that as well. So it's dope to see a lot of the progression that I have been seeing recently in the community after the shit being dead for so long. Really, that's due to y'all, for real. The Realm Runners, y'all been keeping a lot of shit alive.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I appreciate you saying that.
Oh, yeah. The Realm Runners have been keeping Virginia alive.
And mainly...
Everything under the 540 from 804 all the way down, y'all niggas... let me say, I was about to go crazy. I gotta do that. But the 757 has been keeping a lot of shit alive. And that's been on every side of it. But there's been a major fall off from every individual community. Crump, Flex, whatever you want to say, all of them niggas fell the fuck off the face of the earth. But then you have one team who has been seen from DC down to Georgia, up to fucking wherever the hell y'all niggas be going, up to New York too, and Jersey. Like, y'all have been.
And sometime this summer it's supposed to be Colorado, I think.
See what I'm saying? So you got one team who has been doing all of this shit. They've been throwing their own events. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Realm Runners. Y'all niggas have been keeping shit alive.
And also, a lot of people think it's like, oh, y'all go on all the on trips together. A lot of times we don't. A lot of members don't be able to make it, including myself, or we just got stuff going on. But the way we still elevate is if one part of the team is in another area, we just make sure we hold it down in the home area by
Facts.
either posting or by linking up with somebody or just continue laughing. That's the best you can do, because when you are done getting over your like funk or whatever it is, when you come back, you're gonna be feeling like Stephen Curry in the finals those 3 years.
Facts. And it be the support system that gets you there. Cause when you be in your funk and you come back and it's a desert, that should make you want to go right back in the house.
Yeah, but when you come back and it's a party outside
and your niggas is lit, yeah,
bro. Because it's like even now, I take my time off to go practice a lot and take care of personal issues and make sure I'm stable.
Facts.
And then when I come back, they say, "Damn, nigga, I ain't expect for you to look like this." It's because you put in the work into something you love. It's gonna always show, no matter how long you been gone. You could have just walked in the room. Niggas gonna be like, why do you feel different? Something different about your presence.
Facts.
Like on some Super Saiyan shit. So it's just like, if you do that with anything in life, it's gonna elevate. But now I would like to get into something.
Now wait, I'm gonna say the last thing I'm gonna say about that is what you just said. I want to shout out my brother Kelvin. Yes, my brother has my name as well. But exactly what you just described. He was on the opposite end of that for over a decade. So he's in the crib labbing. He's in the crib dancing. And every time he come back, everything that he once knew is in kind of ruins. So it makes it real hard for people like that who stay dedicated and they in the crib labbing, they at the crib working. They gotta take care of all of their regular responsibilities while other niggas be clocking out from their responsibilities and use dance as an escape. This nigga's been living through all of it for the better part of 15 years now. Yeah. And he watching people tear down the community over dumb shit over and over and over again, and at the end of it, bro don't get no recognition. So like whenever you see lists and whenever you see people mention, you know, back in the days, and niggas will mention niggas who was never around it, who had a legendary battle in the crib, but won't bring up a nigga like him who has genuinely supported niggas for over a decade. You know what I'm saying? Like traveling with niggas.
Shout out to you, man.
In fact, shout out to you, bro. Traveling with niggas, recording niggas, doing all types of shit, and niggas for some reason still want to leave him on the outskirts rather than, you know, push him to the forefront or allow him and go to him as the OG of the community that he actually was for years. So I just wanted to add that on there because I don't think bro be getting his flowers enough for that. So just wanted to shout out to you, bro. Love you, bro. Can't wait for you to come sit down with us, family. All right, man.
I was about to say, let's target two to three things real quick.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be smooth. So
I bet.
You was watching
You're not qualified. You're not qualified.
I'm an old nigga
All right, so,
at heart, so please tell me what the fuck is going on with
all
that.
right, so Peak Game, right?
All right,
I've been
I'm push
watching
the microwave for this one.
I've been watching these like 20v1s or these like couple shows with my girl more than normal.
It's
And,
always the girls.
hey, bro. It's like if it was up to me, I'd be watching conspiracy theories all damn day. But
They be watching that shit too, though. No cap. Right.
but basically, what
ladies win entertainment. I'm sorry.
basically, it's this one particular episode on 20v1 where you gotta pop the balloon and let them know why. And this one dude up there that go by the name of Aaron, but us niggas that watch Key and Peele, we say Aaron. So Aaron was up there, right? And the funny thing about it, everything he was saying, it wasn't bad, but it was how he was saying it. So let's say I say, damn, I just got $100. And then you say some shit like, I got 50, then I got 100, then I got 20.
What?
He'll say some wild shit like that. It's like, bro, you even had to go that deep into it. Like, you could have said, all right, I don't fuck with you, shorty. Keep it going. He said, yeah, I don't fuck with you. You did me a favor. You was something I want to look. He was walking down the street. I want to look at you.
That's disrespectful.
I'm like, bro, that's wild disrespectful. So, the only thing I got to say about that is, like, for my men and women out there, don't disguise. I'm
glad that won't on camera.
Don't disguise the way you express yourself that's disrespectful with being true, because that's two different things. It's okay to voice your opinion, and it might be true, but once you start getting disrespectful to niggas, hey, yo, pause. once
you ain't have to make it weird. They couldn't see it.
once you are in a position where you are voicing your opinion and trying to make it as though it's the truth, then you're becoming disrespectful, and then you're becoming inconsiderate. Because you can't just base stuff off of your feelings being hurt. Because that's basically what he was doing. Basing it off of his hurt feelings, basing it off of how he feel like his opinion was going to be received and how he was giving out his opinion. I just feel as though if you can't take criticism and you got to be on the defensive and you are easily defended, I don't think you need to be in a relationship. I don't think you need to even worry about what other people are saying to you, because bro is built literally like a Teenage Mutant Turtle, like dead ass. Like bro built is just like that. In the size, no homo, but he no homo. He got a head of a raisin. So you got a little head with a big body. That don't. It don't measure together, bro. So it's just like on top of you just being that type of person, you arrogant at the end of the day, bro. And only thing I could say to you, just be better in life. Don't be a fraud, because you coming out as being a fraud as well. I mean, you use your clout for the right way was to get money, but in the wrong means.
We taking away being ugly and arrogant.
Hey man, look.
Bro, that's a key part of the game, though.
You can be ugly, bro, but it's just like don't be disrespectful and then expect everybody
That's true.
to kiss your feet.
That's true.
What I'm saying? That's the dub. That's whole
true.
dub. So that was my segment of what I got to say. Now I'm gonna push my mic away and let him get into what he got to say for a little bit. You know, and
I was gonna use that to segue into something that you brought up on the last episode, was the dating bullshit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I was gonna let you cook, bro.
No, that's next episode, not this episode.
Damn, you want to push it back?
Yeah, no, that's next episode.
That nigga said,
episode
I
4.
have to cook.
That's episode 4. I want to be able to fully cook on that one.
Well, the moral, just treat people right, man. Treat people right. If you, even whether you ugly, you look good, nobody deserves to be treated shitty because you feel like you have a sense of entitlement due to what you have, or You know what I'm saying? I get it. I get it. These 20v1 shows have gotten a bit too pretentious for me anyway. And I'm not saying a bit too pretentious as in like I started watching it. Every time I see it, I cringe. Like, I legit cringe every fucking time I see somebody with a balloon in their fucking hand. It's like, bro, y'all niggas sign yourselves up to get roasted. Y'all niggas sign yourselves up to get embarrassed in front of people. And then y'all think y'all really gonna find love on these shits. Did y'all not see Flavor of Love? Did y'all not see the Hard Rock with Bret Michaels, whatever the fuck that shit was? Have y'all not seen all that dumb shit? Like, it don't work. Cause then then New York got her own show, trying to find love. Then in Chance and Real One, then them niggas got Real Chance. Bro, every time these niggas do these shows, whoever wins ends up really losing. So yeah, like at some point, I mean, if it's good entertainment, it's good entertainment, but we can't take this shit serious for much longer. That's all I gotta say about it. My bro was cooking. That's all I really gotta say about it. You got any more contributions to that topic, or we off to the next one?
We on to the next
one. Okay, right so what was one thing that was brought to my attention? I've been kind of avoiding for a little bit, but I think you had actually brought this one up in the group chat. The Stephen A. Smith and the Will Smith situation. So like, I equate Stephen A. Smith to being like that one person. At least for me, the one person that you be fighting for, but they always give you a reason to get mad at you for fighting for them. It's like, yo, I'm really trying, bro. Like, why do you keep, like, when I support you, but then you be doing certain shit that makes me have to just say, God damn it, I can't fight this. Like, God damn, bro. Can you just chill out? And this was one of those where it was like, it felt like Stephen A. was grasping for straws a bit, and not only grasping for straws, but what he showcased to me in like the aftermath of it, or just in the moment of watching him talk, it's the entitlement of journalism. And you on here unironically saying, I need to hear more about you from this Chris Rock shit. I don't need an apology. I don't need to hear an apology because I already heard the apology. But I just need to hear more about that situation. If I apologize to Chris, why the fuck do you need to hear more about the situation? And why are you speaking for the whole black community because of sales projections on the Bad Boys movie that is, I think, the #1 movie in the country now, and everyone's talking about how good it is, and I still have not seen the movie. I need to go see that shit.
I heard it was kind of bad.
For real?
Yeah, somebody told me they fell asleep through the whole movie.
Damn. Well, I've heard all good reviews, so I'm not going to shit on the movie.
Me neither. I haven't seen it yet. So.
And I'm pretty sure for what they can put out now, it's probably decent. I saw King Vader in it. If you OG YouTube head, you know about King Vader doing old videos. I saw it. I heard that he was in it.
Yeah, he's in it. They've been putting up stuff for it all week.
Mm-hmm. And that's just fire.
One thing I got to say about the topic is, just to really piggyback on what you were saying, was mainly why do certain black people, why do we do this? When we get into a certain role or certain position and we feel like we're entitled to stuff that's not even for us to be entitled to, let alone something that's already been brought up and something that's, I don't know, going on 3 years old.
Facts.
At this point, it'd be funny. It'd be more interested if he would have did this 2 years ago.
Facts.
You know,
it's like 6 months later after the slapping, or 4 to 6 months later after the slapping. Oh, boom, Bad Boys 4. Like
no, bro.
Hold on.
It wasn't that, because now either you got Alzheimer's or some shit, or autism, not autism, but like
Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's. So, like something for you to be forgetting like that, because bro, ain't no way you're making it seem like it happened a whole few months ago when it happened years ago.
Facts.
And this nigga Chris Rock got over the shit, did more shows because of it, got more money of it, and the whole situation got cleared because of one, behind closed doors. This nigga Will felt like he needed to do something because this nigga Chris Rock was always playing, even asked her out at one point. So of course
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, he asked her, like Chris Rock was trying to get involved with that entanglement shit when that was going on.
If they really in an open relationship and that's like and that's an area where I'm like, I'm uncomfortable with you in particular. Whatever rules they got is whatever rules they got. We see Jada ain't shit all these years later, but because my wife ain't shit, don't give you reins to try to be ain't shit with my wife if I think you cool.
and then for you to make that joke on stage, it's like, I get it. It was like one of the moments like, bro, that was fighting a straw type shit.
I will say, Will seemingly thought it was funny until he looked at her.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like the ego came into play.
Because it was the nigga Smiley, he was belly laugh too. Belly laugh. That's ha ha. That bit's funny. And then next thing you know, like he look over. Oh damn, Shorty didn't think it was funny.
And this nigga
All right.
He did a player walk on stage. That's the crazy part about
and did the same walk off the stage. And all you heard was wow.
He said Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
And I mean, and to answer your question, I think when you've been in the industry because Stephen A. Smith, for all intents and purposes, people hate on him for the wrong reasons. I do think there are reasons to be critical of him, but I do think that people hate on him unfairly a lot of times. Stephen A. is
too hard for me.
He's going to go down in history books as somebody who was a pillar in the black community for black history.
Yeah.
A lot of things that he's done.
One of the best commentators is too.
And I won't even just say one of the best commentators. A lot of things that he's done in journalism, period. He's been one of the first black people to be able to do what he was able to do within journalism while being able to maneuver and roll with the times. So for him to be a part of the Trailblazer group, he's always going to be one of the first there.
Yeah.
And I think that's also the downfall of where he sits, because when you already are in a position of I'm usually going to be the first at whatever table this is, you end up aiming to be the first at every table that comes in front of you. And I think this was one of them tables that he could have just let rock. Like, you ain't need to go to IKEA to build that one, big dog. Like,
Yeah,
you could have just left that one as is. Go back to whatever fancy store you go to, or matter of fact, just keep developing on the table that you have. You're an executive producer on ESPN. That is one of the biggest conglomerates in media right now, because sports news is just as important now as regular news.
Yeah.
Before, local news used to really run shit in every individual community. All of the local news shits are reporting on sports now, almost directly from ESPN. Woj and all these other people reporting straight to ESPN. They're not reporting to their local radio station. They're going straight to ESPN and maybe sometimes Fox Sports, but they're typically going to ESPN first. So when you're almost, with the exception of certain rap beefs, when you're more important than World War III, you know what I'm saying? We can say that you have something already in which you figuring out your next move because of, mortality and things like that. I understand. And just your mortality, life, your mortal life within a company. I understand that too. Your time might be coming to a close at that company and you aligning yourself for the next step. That's cool. I say all that to say this. Just because you were first to a problem, or just because you're the first to say something, does not always make it something that should be viewed as a fact or as a valid viewpoint. Sorry. It is a valid viewpoint to your perspective and your personal perspective. You feeling like Will Smith should give a statement or do an interview with somebody is typical journalistic entitlement that's not a black thing. That's a white thing. Yeah. Because white journalism controls America. Black journalism is there strictly for entertainment. Damn near. And all of the black people that we look to, we always have an image with them to where they are just mouthpieces for other white people. Yeah. Because niggas really had the nerve to look at Stephen A. Smith and say Max Kellerman is more black than you. Niggas really looked at him and had the nerve to say that, yes, Max Kellerman is pro-black on a lot of issues. Imagine being a white guy in the midst of all these black issues trying to give thought and reason toward white people. Who the fuck would dare? On ESPN of all people, when sports is predominantly 70 to 75% black. Why would you set yourself up for that? So yes, all of the white commentators are going to sound more pro-black than the black people, but the black people's responsibility is to shed light to us in our community. If y'all niggas want to be coddled and y'all niggas just want to suck titties for the rest of y'all life and get breast milk, if that's really what y'all want to do, then y'all can continue to listen to only the white sports commentators who will placate to all the black players in the black demographic because they know that's where all of the fucking money is. Whenever we need to have real conversations, we need to listen to our people, especially people in his position. Y'all niggas call Stephen A. Smith less black because of Colin Kaepernick broke ass. And I'm not saying broke because that nigga got money, but I'm saying broke as in he chased an opportunity and then tried to dictate the circumstances and the rules of the opportunity he was chasing. Imagine me chasing a dime piece, right? A bad bitch. Imagine me chasing one of them, and then when I get up to her, I'm telling her everything that she can't be. Excuse me? Yo, you just chased after me for 3 blocks. It's damn near sexual harassment at this point. Who are you to try to put limitations on me and what I'm supposed to be doing? No.
Entitlement. I'm
going to Popeyes to interview for a job, and I say, I don't trust y'all. Meet me at KFC. And that's where we're going to do the interview. No, nigga. Sit your black ass back down. Go over there. We have 45 other quarterbacks that we could go to other than you. You're not going to do anything but get 6 rushing touchdowns, 11 passing touchdowns, throw 4 interceptions and 2,000 yards or 2,500 yards, and be a media fucking nightmare wherever you go. Because that's basically what you did your last year. So even if you improve, the fact that you were arrogant enough to think that you were going to talk to them like that, regardless of whether what you're saying is right or wrong, the arrogance that you think I can go beg for an opportunity, tell you I'm still training, I'm still practicing, I'm still doing this, that, and the third, while also thinking that you make the rules to 31 billionaires. Nah, you're crazy, bro. And there's so much more other opportunity out here for you that doesn't involve you putting your body on the line to get CTE. So when Stephen A. plays a key part in getting that workout and being able to talk to those people so that way they can even see you in this public workout, and then you change the location and people still follow you, whenever he's involved in that, y'all niggas have the nerve to call Max Kellerman more black than Stephen A. Smith because he called out Colin Kaepernick for doing that. That was some bullshit. If I set up my man for an interview at my job and he tried to call my boss and tell my boss, I don't trust y'all, I want y'all to meet me in Emporia. Nigga, the interview was in Hampton. What do you mean meet you in Emporia, bro? Nah, matter of fact, I'm gonna stay over here in Hampton. I got 10 other niggas I can interview. Guess what? You could be more talented than them 10 other niggas. But the fact that you think you gonna come in here and do this like you was finna be Patrick Mahomes or you was finna be Tom Brady, no, bro. Now, this is a key point of importance where the people in power do got to start doing more shit like that in order for what Colin Kaepernick did to be more effective. But that fact alone had people calling Stephen A. Smith less black than Max Kellerman because Max Kellerman told everybody that Black Lives Matter. You gotta be fucking kidding me. And Max Kellerman is an ally to the black community. Let's not get that twisted. But black people are more so enemies to our own fucking community when they do shit like that because the media coverage that we get is meant to help us. It's meant to help our image because white people spent so many years tainting how black people look to the media. Y'all niggas be looking at Asians and saying, oh, they just as racist as white people. Before they came here, they only had white media to look at. And if I only saw white media and I never met a black person, I could only imagine how I would look at you niggas. But I'm around you niggas, so I know that you might run into one person out of every 100 that's really like that. And if he is, he's not going to try these other 99 niggas that know that that's how he is. So we can look at ourselves and realize that that's a minority of a minority. To them, they think that's everybody. And we can't go about ridiculing each other and just doing all this bullshit to each other in that same medium that was meant for us to do that. So Stephen A., I say all of that in your defense, in your opposition as well. A lot of times you be the first one to shit on black people publicly. You shit on Kawhi Leonard. You shit on Paul George.
Sometimes shit on LeBron.
Sometimes shit on LeBron. He don't do it as much recently, especially after that bubble championship and watching him do all the shit that he's done at LeBron's old ass age. He's been putting more respect on LeBron's name. But even outside of you demanding this from Will Smith sounds like journalistic entitlement that did not come from black journalism. That came from white journalism, feeling like they should have the answers to everything. It's feeling like if I'm not the first to a story, then, or if I'm not the first to the story, I'm gonna make up a story. And y'all should. There's no. I feel like there's not enough closure to that. So I feel like there should be more closure. Ooh, excuse me.
And I feel as though you put that in a very well said way. That's why y'all haven't heard me say shit. He been over here cooking. Cooking.
I'd have felt that way for a while. My mother loves Stephen A. Smith. She wants me to be a sports commentator. I don't have a degree for it. Stephen A. actually has a degree in everything that, in everything that he's been pursuing and everything that he's done so far. So he's put in the work times 200. Everything that he's got to this day, he's earned. And anybody trying to shit on him for what he's earned so far, that just goes to show how much you niggas is afraid of actually putting in work. So, I mean, Stephen A. is, like I said, he's that person that you support, but then they kind of slap you right back in the face with having to support some of the shit that might come out of his mouth that's not as smart as he is. And with the Will Smith comment, it was just very selfish. And for you to put that on the black community because his sales projections were kind of low, Stephen A., no, we don't agree with you. We don't agree with. We're already past it. Kind of to our last episode, we're spoiled. We on to the next story. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that level of entitlement to feel like, yo, nah, you gotta keep up with this. No, we don't. We don't care. He already apologized. He talked to him about it. If you feel like it was so heinous and so bad, I would like for you, Stephen A. Smith, to sit down, or to have a sit down with Will Smith and set that up. That's what we need from you, because you are the top tier journalist for black people and the black voice. So if you feel like that's something that maybe we should feel, that's something that you should put out in the air in the form of, hey, I felt like a sit down was necessary. I'm going to have to sit down with him. Maybe you can't set it up. Maybe you can. I don't know if Will is willing to do it now, but I mean, if you set that up and he ends up saying some things that we look at and say, you know what, maybe we should have been asking this question the whole time. You can't just raise the question looking at the camera, looking at yourself and talking to yourself. There has to be different ways that you go about these things being as strong and as powerful and as impactful of a voice that you have in journalism and media, period. There are people that don't follow sports that be trying to comment on some of the shit that you say. And I'll be the first to say, them niggas sound like idiots.
Because they are.
And they commenting on you, the expert. I might sound like an idiot right now because you still the fucking expert. But I'm not doing it from a place of, I'm going to mention Stephen A. Smith's name to get hot and get clicks. You're probably not going to hear this shit. But if you do hear it, just know the same. You be going off on people and then say it's love. I'm not going off on you because I do have way too much love and respect for you. And the ways that you go about certain things with you being as powerful of a voice you are, sometimes it does feel as if you operate, when it comes to talking to us and conveying certain messages, you project them and communicate them lower level, but you operate higher level. Get what I'm saying? And you can't communicate lower no more. If people don't get what you're saying, they just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in that elevated position where you at. Don't reach down, don't punch down, don't even look down. Keep your head up, look straight. That's what you've been best at the whole time. You've been looking up, and now you're at the mountaintop, and you've been at the mountaintop for over a decade. I understand looking down is tempting, but ain't nothing down there for you, man. Ain't nothing down there for you.
Yeah. For
Drake said if just to have his talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Yeah. You see what happened when he hiked down, right? stay on that fucking mountaintop.
Bro.
Oh God, I love pissing off these overt Drake fans.
All right, we're gonna get into one more thing before we wrap this up. So I'm gonna actually let the person that's already talking continue talking. How you feel about the head coach situation at Lakers?
Well, shit, we still got. Well, all these topics kind of mull into each other because these shits ain't gonna be long. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Celtics; they won a championship. That's all we gotta say. We kind of covered it a little bit in the last episode, but shout out to them; they won a championship. I was right. It was 5 games. them niggas look like the Nuggets playing against the Lakers. Or whatever, whatever the Mavericks was doing good, it didn't matter. Niggas was playing too good. Let's see. JJ Redick is the coach of the Lakers now. Everyone's trying to attack his credibility. Everyone now is making the attempt to try to call out nepotism. Can we chill? Like, someone brought up the point. If Jeff Bezos' kids take over Amazon, are we really going to be mad?
No.
That's his company. So if JJ Redick has ties to the organization of the Lakers and he gets the job because of the ties that he has, that's what the fuck you get in positions of power for, so that way you can give out opportunities to people you feel deserve them, to people you want to give a shot to. Stop doing the dumb shit. If y'all niggas was CEOs and y'all niggas would be given back in the days, niggas was giving out record labels to niggas who just rapped. They didn't know nothing about business. Like, y'all will give, if you a manager at a job, you try to interview your mans and put him on the job. If you have a job, you try to put your mans on to the manager so your manager could interview. You know what I'm saying? I got into my job based off of somebody I know, somebody that was my family, my brother. Mm-hmm. So because I got that job, oh my God, it's so negative. You just here because you knew somebody. Yes, nigga, that's the purpose of getting a job. Always not the same. The most qualified nigga is not always going to get the job. That's one thing we know about America. But it does suck that every time it's now attached to somebody who may not be the most favored, we're trying. I think if Scottie Pippen got a head coaching job because he was on the 95-96 Bulls and he got 6 rings with Michael, y'all niggas would not say, oh, you got the job because you're friends with Michael Jordan. Like, yo, this nigga was with Michael Jordan. He was with one of the greatest dynasties ever, isn't he? I think, he might have something to teach. Bro, JJ Redick, he's young. He's recently retired. And if they see something special in him, that's what the fuck they see in him. If he got the connection, he was smart enough to get the connection so he could get the job. You niggas could learn a thing or two about that.
At the end of the day, it's something called like a recommendation.
It's not what you know, is who you know.
Yeah.
Like that whole shit that's going on. Like it, and then funny thing is, I don't know, you remember the movie ATL?
Who don't know that movie? Yeah.
Plenty of people actually. It's a sad time we live in. But I mean, Esquire got in because of not his qualifications. He got in because Nunu dad wrote him a letter of recommendation.
And Nunu's dad is well known.
I think he was a politician or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck it was. Y'all, if y'all know the story, whatever, y'all correct us later. But again, he was not going to get in because of where he was from and who he was, and he was black. He did the interview. They didn't seem that impressed. But as soon as they seen that letter of recommendation, ironically from another black man, it didn't matter about race. It just mattered about power and knowledge and who you know.
Exactly.
When he got that letter of recommendation, all of them niggas, they had to tuck their chest back in a little bit. They put their chin down a little bit when they was looking at him. Like, okay. You know what? I think you are qualified now. So if that's, and I don't know if it was a school or a country club, whatever the hell it was.
It was like something above.
So if we talking about that, and that's been since time been timing, I think we have to stop trying to shit on other people for getting opportunities based off of who they know, and that's what life is.
Exactly.
Yes, you have to get your qualifications, but a lot of y'all are still bitter about the fact that you feel like you had the qualifications, or you did have the qualifications, but they went with somebody who they was more comfortable with. At the end of the day, I'm gonna build a work environment off of what I feel would make my business run efficiently while me being comfortable. Yeah. If I just work based off of efficiency, I might be miserable at work. I mean, it's efficient, but I'm miserable every time I walk up in this bitch. If I hire a head coach that I hate, but we win in championships, I'm going to fire the nigga as soon as he has a losing season because I hate this nigga. Phil Jackson was the winningest coach. For Chicago Bulls have 6 rings as a whole franchise. Who won all those? Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was released. He was fired. And it wasn't because he was a bad coach. The players felt they had more allegiance to him than they did to the owner, and the owner little bit of a Napoleon complex at the time, but the nigga did put together the team. He did bring Dennis Rodman to the Bulls and help Michael Jordan get them last 3 rings. He did draft Scottie Pippen to the team and help get Michael Jordan his first rings and all of his other rings. He did have John Paxson, Steve Kerr. He did bring all of those pieces and Horace Grant and all the niggas, BJ Armstrong. He did mold that whole team together and got them to win championships. He brought Phil Jackson there. Phil Jackson won't always with Chicago, but he brought Phil Jackson there. And Phil Jackson was a hippie during that time. So it's like every decision is unpopular when you first make it until it either goes right or it goes wrong. So just let it play its course. Everyone taking a shot at JJ Redick and his credibility and all this other shit. I understand the nigga ain't got no coaching experience, but he got the job. So it is what it is. Are we going to keep calling on nepotism because of that happening? Or are we just going to call on nepotism because it has to do with LeBron? Because everyone's upset at Bronny possibly getting drafted because he's LeBron's son. Guess what? The nigga just had a fucking heart attack last year. Y'all niggas expect him to average a triple-double.
And he still played.
At a team who clearly was reluctant to play him because of his medical condition. Like, you could see that the team was very reluctant to play him because of that medical condition.
Yeah.
So.
And that's a heart attack at his age, though. You got to understand how severe.
Right. I think he was like 18, 19.
Yeah, like, you got to understand how severe that shit is.
It went to fucking cardiac arrest.
Like, bro, he's that in shape, but yet he's about to fall out and plumb. So, you got to understand where all this is stemming from at the end of the day.
My fault, y'all.
You gotta understand what that concern stems from. It's like when you working too hard, you can give yourself a stroke or a heart attack or make yourself just pass out. And it don't matter how in shape you are, it don't matter what age you are, that shit will hit you, bro. And that's basically was a prime example of what happened last year.
And we're gonna keep calling on nepotism because that's his son. Mm-hmm. That's really it. I mean, that's all I got for that. And more other important news that got blown the fuck out of proportion. Caitlin Clark got left off of the Olympic team.
I mean, the only thing I can say about that is just give her some time. I mean,
that's all.
That's all you can really do.
Just give us some time. You
know? if for people like Kevin Durant that had to go through the same shit and actually got on
facts
the team, it's just like, yo, he's not saying nothing wrong. He's not saying that she is a bad player. She's like overrated. He didn't say none of that. He said she got potential. It's already there, but if you push somebody too early for that, it's not gonna really fit. It's gonna actually hinder their career versus boost it more. You know what I'm saying?
And he is a good living example of that because I mean him and Russ played on the same team and their careers went 2 totally different directions and their viewpoints or how they were viewed afterwards ended up being totally different. I mean, everyone faults Kevin Durant for going to the Warriors. I do too, but at the same time, he played for the Thunder for 8 or 9 seasons and took them to a title and didn't win it, but nigga, it was LeBron and D Wade and Chris Bosh on the other side. Like, and he was tired of losing.
Put it like this. Let's say you was working at one job for 5 years and they never gave you a raise.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to this next job and they give you a raise within 3 months and they make you the employee of the month.
And not even that. Just imagine, let's say they don't give you a raise, right?
Yeah.
But it's good pay where you was at before, but now you here and you are a part of a better environment. Like, working here is tolerable. Like, there's a lot of niggas who make good money at jobs that are shit jobs, but because they're a commodity there, they'll get paid more. And they think because we paying you, you should be willing to tolerate bullshit.
No, it's like if you treat me like shit and I make it known you treat
I'm gonna go
like shit,
to where I'm accepted type shit.
Needed.
So he went to where a team needed him because those Warriors did need him, unfortunately. Because LeBron and Kyrie, they was gonna do numbers for the next couple of years. And Draymond knew that shit.
It was gonna be a Michael Jordan and Scottie situation.
It was.
For sure.
So let's get Kevin Durant. Let's dead that because we want our chips.
I mean, because I'm not even like, as you get older, you look at it in more of a business aspect. That's how I looked at it. But I would, of course, they went against my team, the Cavs. You know what I mean? I was pissed.
True.
I was pissed off. I was like, this nigga cheating.
And as a basketball fan, you want to see good basketball.
Yeah, because now
you kind of want to see parity a little bit, but we know who the fuck gonna be there. It's gonna be LeBron. It's gonna be Steph Curry and them. They got Kevin Durant now. What the fuck is we supposed to do with this?
Like, this nigga is the all-star player. Only thing that he needs is just to add body mass.
Facts.
That's all you need.
And funny enough, he hasn't. He has had a major injury, but it took him a very long time to have a major injury, and he's always been skinny. Yeah. Like he's always been thin frame. So now, right, like that same Warriors team took those Cavs to 7 games, and they won 73. They were better than the 92-93 Bulls by record. 72-10 is not better than 73-9. Just so y'all know. And they lost in Game 7. It was up 3-1, and they lost Game 7. So if that Cavs team was capable of doing that, and that Warriors team was as nice as they were, adding Kevin Durant to that, yes, the Warriors lost, but 7 games in the finals after having the best record ever, adding Kevin Durant, it didn't make basketball exciting anymore. Like, they only lost when he was hurt.
Honestly.
That shit was not exciting anymore after that. But yes, he's a good person to speak on it because, I mean, everyone faulted him for actually going through the trials and tribulations. This girl ain't going through shit yet, really. I mean,
push her already.
Yeah, she ain't went through shit athletically. Let me be clear. She ain't went through shit athletically.
Is this her first year?
Yeah, this is her first year. I think they just hit the threshold of playing their first 10 games. Like she is still young. She's still a rookie, and she needs time to develop. Angel Reese does as well. All of the rookies that came out, 2-year players. I think. Damn, I forgot the name. I think she's the power forward on the team. She just got drafted. I think she got drafted number 1 last year. She's been a little bit of a disappointment this year. But, Boston. Aaliyah Boston, that's her name. She's been a little bit of a disappointment this year, but she finally starting to find her groove a little bit. Guess what? She needs time to develop, too. It's only her 2nd year. So, her being left off the Olympic team, here's what we did, right? We gonna shift this to the men. As men, because I'm a man.
We both are.
We both men. Shout out Larry, being a man. I wasn't trying to leave you off, but nigga,
I'm part of the host. 2 co-hosts.
We men. We men. We stupid dumbass men, and we do some stupid dumbass shit sometimes. So what happens is when we hear something that a woman says, sometimes we take the shit a little too literal, and we take exactly what they say and try to execute it to a T because we want to have a solution to the problem that they present. And sometimes they'll use an extreme example of the problem to just get us to react to what they're saying so we can listen to what they're saying. Because once they pause us, now they want us to listen. I'll be one of the first to say every man is not like that, so y'all don't have to do that to every man.
Please don't. I love you, but my please don't do that.
So like we can go to the would you rather be in the wild with a man or a bear shit. The premise of the conversation.
I had this conversation with my girl, and instantly the first thing she said was, "Well, you want to be in the wilderness with a dog for 40 nights?" I said, "Think about it. You and me in the wilderness for 40 nights."
Well, no, it's a strange man. So the thing is, right?
Even if I don't know you.
All men get offended by that because all men are strange men to somebody. And the point of that was to point out the disgusting quantity of people who are actually outside assaulting women.
Yeah.
So I understand that, right? I totally understand that. The extreme example should get through to the people that are trying to downplay that.
Yeah.
So I understood the extreme example on that sense of, yo, I understand what you're saying, but I'd rather do it. It's the same way as, would you rather wash your car in the rain or trust these hoes? Like it's one of those, but it was more so man versus this, and everybody is so reactive now because niggas have been attacking each other nonstop for the past couple years. And we've been doing all this gender war, race war, all of this other bullshit. So now we have something to where there are women that are genuinely out here saying, if you genuinely believe that you're safer in the woods with a bear than a strange man, if you genuinely believe that,
It was dog with me, bro.
You don't need to be in a relationship, and you need to go to therapy and get some healing done.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're saying it to catch the attention of your man, I feel like you're saying it because your man doesn't listen to you on a consistent basis, and this was the one way to get his attention. So men, if your woman seems like she means that, make sure she has your undivided attention so she can get to what she's saying. Listen to her, chat with her, communicate with her.
And also, don't cut it off.
If she really feel like that, run. But if she's just saying it to start a conversation, talk.
Understand the person.
You know what I'm saying? Talk. So now,
because as men, we ask stupid questions as well. So
all the time.
Dead ass.
So now let's shift back. Let's go back to the fast lane. What WNBA players have been complaining about is the unfair wage, the unfair pay, and the unfair treatment.
I'm not going to get into that either because at the end of the day, I explained this to my girl as well. I'm not gonna lie. If I work more than you, and you come in at a different period of the shift, and you're basically working the closing shift, I'm working the opening shift, I'm gonna get more money.
So boom, right? This is the key mistake that we make. That was the big dumbass man voice that just came out.
Not really.
Not watch this though.
Because
the actual WNBA, we're not arguing with the women who ain't even talented enough to jump off the ground.
I'm talking about the WNBA.
The WNBA players are not saying that to make a competitive wage with the men.
No,
they're pointing out how bad the treatment actually is. The hotels that they staying at having bed bugs and roaches, the flights being so fucking dirty, and all of these things. Now, percentage wise, if you look at the percentages, the WNBA over the past 5 to 10 years has been getting more watchers, more viewership, but their marketing has been absolutely trash, so they can't get the funding.
That's what I'm saying. The market is
now when they point out, like I forgot who it was. Somebody joked with
it was a girl off the LA team.
Yeah. I don't think it was Lisa Leslie. I don't think it was. It might have been.
It was her. Because she was understanding about what she was saying.
Yeah, and I think she said...
but it's just how she started out.
Yeah, she said, well, why don't you... give us some... Why don't you give us some money so we can... Like, that's nigga talk. To me, that's nigga talk. Because whenever somebody talk about, yo, man, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Well, nigga, you got all this money. Why don't you give us some money? Go ahead. So we... Like, to me, that's all that was. And that was to... Her asking him wasn't her actually asking Draymond Green to really give them money because they were begging for it. It's, yo, the fact that a WNBA player is coming to an NBA player and saying, yo, we'd rather individual players help than what we're dealing with over here. We can't get into the mindset where women who already feel itemized, we can't continue to itemize them economically in a sense, because the actual WNBA players are saying, yo, we play hard. No, we not dunking. But no, we're not lowering the hoop to 8 feet. Please stop insulting our game and our intelligence. Right. I honestly hate when people do that too. It's like, oh, well, y'all lower it to 8 feet. Y'all be windmilling. Nobody's going to look at the women game at them windmilling on 8 feet. What is impressive is the fact that they have a 10-foot hoop. Yeah, the ball is a little bit smaller, but they have a 10-foot hoop, and they play on the same length court. They running up and down the court the same way. They playing hard. They throwing elbow. They look like 90s basketball when the women play for real.
But also, we got to also stop this narrative, though. I had this conversation with my girl a lot. We are getting blind with the fact that not even trying to come off a certain way. So I'm going to word this properly. We have given women now more opportunities. They have gotten more opportunities. So with that situation, is more so for like vocally say the correct thing that you need. Don't just say it out of like nigga conversation. Don't say, yeah, I just need new shoes, when you need to say that to the people that's running your business. They're promoting you, that's marketing you, that's setting up these things. Because I can sit here and say all day, my landlord don't have no furniture in the house for me, but it's up to me to bring the furniture in the house.
I get what you're saying, but if you bring that up to your landlord and don't nothing get done, what do you do at that point?
But it's also like if you read your contract, read your lease term. That's how I see it. If you know what you're getting yourself into, then properly know what to ask so it can get done. I beat my case so many times with my landlord because I know what to ask for and what to say. If I just went in there and said, oh, I just don't want to pay this.
So now we live in Virginia where shit is a little more fucked up, right? So in Virginia, we're not allowed to have a labor union here. There are people that do have unions, but we don't have like New York has a labor union and stuff like that. The WNBA has a WNBA PA, which is basically their union. So they do have a voice the same way that the higher ups have a voice. So they have power to restructure deals and contracts that the league sends down to the players. So although I do understand your perspective because you are right, that's more so of a conversation for people who walk in and just sign some shit to sign it. If there's a WNBA PA that is at work, the way that things have been getting done, it is time for us to introduce that conversation for us to start making change, because now we have somebody like Caitlin Clark. These women have been advocating for this change. They just haven't had a face to go to it. Y'all feel like y'all found a face to go to it.
That's crazy though. Each year they had somebody that was good.
They did, bro. Bro, they've had legendary fucking. We talking about Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Miller. We talking about Diana Taurasi. I forgot. Maya Moore. Like we talk about.
Who's the girl that look like Derek Fisher? She got a jumper though.
Yeah, said she looked like Derek Fisher.
She was on that one episode of Martin where all the NBA girls came. WNBA girls came.
Oh, you talk about the woman that coaches at South Carolina now?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
She
looked like Derek Fisher.
I ain't mean to say it like that.
That's why niggas can't talk about shit.
Bro, that's the only thing that came to my mind. Like, I'm just saying, like, they make it a more serious note.
And I know her name too, but I forgot it because of that.
On a serious note.
Oh, fuck.
On a serious note, I understand.
Let me look up her name to pay proper respect. You keep talking.
I understand what you mean, far as like it's the advocate to push it, because it's been legends in the women league, in women WNBA.
Facts.
Where it should have put them at the same like viewing at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like over the years,
Dawn Staley, by the way.
Oh yeah, Dawn Staley. Over the years, I want to say once it hit 2000s, like 2010, that's when it fell drastically, because it won't really. As far as the WNBA, it really wasn't nobody that was memorable during that time frame.
It was. I mean, I won't say it wasn't nobody that was memorable, but somebody put it in good terms. The NBA has been around for a very long time. We talking about 75 years plus, and the WNBA is
30.
Yeah, so we talking about a almost 80-year business versus a 30-year business. We talking about 80 years worth of experience versus 30 years of experience, and we talking about 80 years of a business model working versus 30 years of a business model. This 30 years is still getting off the ground compared to the 80 years.
Yeah.
So I understood that perspective. I just wanted to introduce them introducing the conversation a certain way. We have to be careful with ourselves and our voices to not simply just itemize what they're saying and try to dumb it down to, they just want more money. Because what everybody was turning into, because Caitlin Clark can make the roster, was, see, that's why the WNBA don't really want change. They should put her on the roster because it's marketing, it's this, it's that. And it's like, the Olympic roster has nothing to do. Like, the Olympic roster is separate from what they're doing on the WNBA. Like, if it was like the WNBA All-Star game, I understand maybe having her at the All-Star game and the events, 3-point contest, stuff like that, just for eyes. But we talking about the Olympics. These women are representing the country, and they're trying to represent the country. They don't need a marketing strategy when they're just trying to beat the shit out of all the other women players, that the same way they've been doing for the past few Olympics, consistent gold medal winners, while the niggas keep bullshitting and sending our second, third, and fourth string niggas over there, sending the G League over there, while the women's under 18 team just beat Mexico 115-20.
Like, I get, I understand. Like, that's why I still stand on the same thing. Like, I get it's more so of helping to push the product properly, and them just asking to be pushed properly. I overall get that, and I overall get like the stimulations with the travel shit. They just want to be treated fairly. That's all. They want to be treated, that's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I tell my girl that. I tell any woman that. Yeah, fight for being treated. Fight for the fairness. Fight for your equal rights, because that's the whole point. You have equal rights to me that you should have. Like, if I get a fucking hotel, you should get a hotel, a nice hotel there as well. So I get that shit. But when it comes to, because some women were talking about it as on a skill level. It's like, all right, we can't say it as like that's not a possibility. Some WNBA women are better than the men. I can say that, but majority of the men are going to be better than the WNBA women.
And it's kind of a biological thing, not really a skill thing. Because if we talk about the women versus the men in the skills challenge, the women could win. We talking about 3-point contest. Sabrina Ionesco almost beat Steph Curry last year in the 3-point contest. Yeah. So it's not like skill for skill. They're not. You know, they can't hold a candle to the men. Yeah. We understand that if they played in the men's game, it's probably a bit different of the game. Nigga, a point guard is 6'6". Like what the fuck are they gonna do? Like we get that. The
shortest point guard was like 6'3", I think.
Well, I say bro. Chris Paul might be the shortest point guard in the league now. He's 6 foot even barely. But the average rookie is coming out as a point guard, like you said, 6'3". Like if you 6'1", you short. Dame Lillard is short to NBA standards. Yeah. Which is wild because he's also one of the best 3-point shooters to ever live. You know what I'm saying?
All around players. Steph
is small. He's one of the best 3-point shooters to ever live. He's 6'3". Kyrie's small. He's 6'2". Like he's small. You know what I'm saying? So I wanna because this ain't really towards you.
It's really to the people.
It's the broadcast. When these women talk and they say some of the brash things that they say, they're speaking brashly, but not necessarily candidly. They're not trying to say literally, yo, y'all paying the men this much, but y'all pay us this much. Y'all only hear the comparison. Y'all don't really hear what they're getting paid. Yo, you could be a doctor and make more than a WNBA player.
Now that's scary.
That's scary as fuck. This is like these women go to school for one. Like, all right, so boom. I heard somebody say the WNBA is more competitive than the NBA. I scoffed. I was like, huh? What? And I thought about it. It was explained. They only got 12 teams. Their draft is only 2 rounds and they got 12 teams, so it's 24 draft picks. The WNBA draft in the first round is 30 picks.
And like, I mean, it does go hand in hand with what you're saying. The business ran longer.
If you just look at the math, right, because they don't have no expansion teams and stuff like that, they still getting a couple more expansion teams or whatever. So, but we talking about women who are fighting for 24 spots to get in out of all the colleges that have women's basketball programs. Then they only got 12 teams in the league. 8 teams make the playoffs. 1 team wins the championship. They play half the games that the men play. So everything now, it's like black people. If you kill 100 black people and kill 100 white people, one percentage is much more vastly affected than the other one. Yeah. So yes, they have to be more competitive because there's not as much opportunity. So we talk about motherfuckers fighting on an even more desperate scale than the men. That's only 60 picks out of all the niggas that are considered prospects. It's only 24 over there. So when that was worded like that, I got it. So if I'm doing that and I fight and I make it to this point, for you to hit Caitlin Clark with a 5-year, maybe $2 million deal, $1 million, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, Caitlin Clark is making less than $500,000 a year.
I'm gonna just put it like this. I feel as though if the right people, because like the right people and majority of the NBA people invest a little bit more into them as far as like funding like the hotels and shit, then it probably won't be as bad because the women now in the recent years, the requirements for them to get into the NBA has went up a little bit. Far as the skill set.
Oh yeah, for sure. Women have gotten a lot better over time, for sure. Yeah,
it's like, and it's showing, and that's why I like, because I'm an athlete as well, and I'm a competitor. I don't
can't hoop though, man.
I can't hoop, nigga. I hoop, nigga. Like I know how to hoop, my nigga.
You ain't
that's that light skin shit.
You ain't fucking me, dog.
Yeah, all right.
You ain't fucking me, dog. Get this nigga 15 and 6.
All right, this nigga here go from margin to kid margin. Kid Boo real quick.
Kid Boo strong as hell. Blew up the earth real quick. I end this shit fast. I ain't need to talk.
SS3 though. That's all
I ain't need to talk.
That's all I need.
You did that to Fat Boo. You ain't do that to Kid Boo.
I did. You know what I mean? Got blew up with that spirit bomb.
I killed all of y'all and then I went to heaven and tried to kill y'all.
So nigga,
you can't run from my fate even in the afterlife.
You killed them. I was still hiding from you.
He ran to heaven alive.
All right.
That nigga's crazy. Nah, he ran to heaven alive to find him.
Hey, bro. He killed niggas that he already killed again.
Oh my god,
menace, bro.
that's standing on business.
Like, no, you died. You died once. No,
I'm not finished.
I'm not finished. I need my get back. What?
But yes, you are 1000% correct. The skill level has vastly improved over time. Diana Taurasi is an old woman in the NBA now. Skylar Diggins is old in the WNBA now.
Yeah, I just seen a couple women hang up their jerseys. So, hey man, and I'm gonna put it like this: I'm not against people getting treated fairly in a business, but I'm also not for people not knowing what they're asking for. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing
this nigga trying to get canceled.
No, I'm saying that is if you don't know what you're asking for, you're not gonna be able to properly ask for it, and then you're gonna be looking dumb when you get certain things that you asked for, but not in the right way.
Well, I was about to say, I'll say that. I'll say that in the. I think what he just saying is, communicate it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying,
just communicate it. Like as soon as you notice that it's off, communicate it right there.
Yeah, when you at the door, like we said about Stephen A. Smith earlier, when you at that table, communicate, as if you're at the table that you're at. Yeah. Don't communicate it as if you're still talking to the bottom of the barrel. Y'all are elevated. Y'all are in a totally different stratosphere than any other woman that is in an athletic form. Like, there's not even a women's Major League Baseball, which is a fucking crime. So, like, the fact that y'all have y'all women's profession, y'all deserve way more than what y'all have been getting. And we know that. So if y'all are trying to shift the conversation to try to shit on more women because y'all think by some way, shape, or form, Asia Wilson is trying to ask to get paid as much as LeBron, they're pointing toward LeBron's salary because that is a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah. And y'all couldn't negotiate 3% of that money amongst 12 teams for only stars too. You only got to pay stars crazy amounts. You don't got to pay everybody. Nick Young did not make as much as fucking LeBron James. Like we
made like 10 mil.
You know what I say? Pat Bev didn't make as much as LeBron. Like we talk about one person. Asia Wilson should be probably the highest paid player in the league, in my personal opinion.
So basically, the highest paid woman in the league right now is only getting paid as much as the lowest paid nigga in the NBA.
Probably.
Basically.
No, probably.
NBA. Like,
and vet league minimum should not be damn near supermax for women's basketball.
I mean,
is that to the
even
point?
Even with the endorsements and shit, it still shouldn't be that much.
Right, and unfortunately, the women have to do twice the work outside of playing ball because they got to get the endorsements to really make a livable wage for their lifestyle. Yeah. So, like, you can't see a WNBA player in the projects. Like, they don't want to be in the projects while these niggas got mansions in Calabasas and these niggas is the 13th man on the roster. Like, that's crazy. So, to y'all niggas that's out there doing it, stop trying to itemize women so much because you want to literally interpret them. Yeah. But women also make sure when y'all get in these rooms, y'all hold they fucking feet to the fire because y'all know what y'all deserve. And I'm going to hold these other women's feet to the fire too.
Because at the end of the day, I don't want to say it's a dog eat dog world, but that's how everybody
it is.
That's how everybody going to go into it. So if you're not really preparing yourself for these things, like knowing what you need, knowing what you want, how to get yourself there fully, it's going to be a hard road for you.
And you tried to get canceled earlier, I'm going to get canceled right now. Women, y'all have to start supporting these WNBA players. I understand.
That's the part. Men are doing that.
But I understand what Larry was saying is in the NBA do need to listen. If you don't have a women fan base or a woman fan base, you don't really have a fan base. So the NBA not only is making all the money because the men are investing in them, the women also invest in this shit too. There is a lot of women that show up to these games. Women is what make the All-Star game special to the NBA players, in case y'all don't know. That nigga's hooping like that because his side bitch is in the family section. So whatever. But if y'all not understanding, women are way more important of a consumer in these marketplaces than men are. Men have the budgets, but they look more so based off of what y'all make the next trend, what y'all empower and give more power to. If all the women in the country, if the ratings boosted 150% from just women, men would start watching more.
Exactly.
So, hey, all around the board, we got to do better. And women as well, please support y'all fellow sisters. these women work so hard to only look to men. That enforces the patriarchy that y'all look down upon so much in 2024. If y'all support them, y'all gonna win.
At the end of the day, and that's basically what I was saying.
Yeah, for a fact. It's freak though.
It's not even to put y'all down for real, bro. It's just to be real, and I'm just blunt about the stuff. It's the more you look at it from one perspective, you're never gonna understand the other perspective. Like,
bro, if you ask me for something as your big homie, and you see what you asked me for given to everybody else but you, you gonna feel away.
Oh, of course I'm gonna feel away.
It's like, I'm right here.
But then it's like once I see it first time, I'm gonna let it be known, like, yo, what's going on?
For a fact.
Like, I'm not gonna just be like, damn, that happened 4 times?
Mm-hmm.
No. Then you had a whole team overlap you just then.
Facts.
I know.
And you'll point it out, and whatever I choose to do after you point it out, that says everything we need to know.
Exactly. Because there's no point for me to go back and forth with somebody that's gonna be consistent with the way they're acting in the wrong way. If they're being consistent in the right way, then it's like, all right, I can work with you. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all are fumbling that WNBA bag too.
Because y'all got some.
Them executives, oh my God. There's people watching because the women fine.
And people watching because of the coach. Now I'm going to hold
facts. That is true.
Bro, I done seen WNBA coaches. The women ones, all right? Because there's some men coaches out there, but the women coaches, they look young for their asses to be a coach. I'm not going to hold you. But last but not least, we're going to get into the Stugger case. And
all right,
this
so
is not going to be too long.
Yeah, it's not going to be long at all. Thug, they had a witness or whatever for the trial. And for said trial, there was a private meeting that went down between the opposing attorney and the judge. And that's illegal.
Totally illegal.
That's called witness tampering.
Yeah.
So when that was discovered, and after that was discovered, the opposing lawyer was asking, well, when did this, so apparently there was a meeting that happened with such and such, and then they kept asking the lawyer to reveal his sources on where he got it from. And the lawyer said, it doesn't matter. That's illegal. Like it don't matter where I got it from. I asked you the question, and if that is the case, that is illegal. They ended up arresting that lawyer for quote unquote speaking out of turn and not revealing his sources. So now he's in jail with Thug. That is some of the most ridiculous shit that I've heard.
And this is
my goodness.
And this is why a long time ago I did say, if one wrong thing happened with this case, Young Thug will be home. And not one, not two, but at least 3 things has happened with this case.
Facts. I was just about to say multiple things that went wrong.
In the beginning, even the judge said half of the fucking lyrics that's pertaining to the case couldn't be used. And some of the charges that they were trying to get him charged for, they dropped. And on top of that, a lot of their witnesses wasn't consistent. So you got a problem with that. You have no consistency with witnesses. Then you have, what is it? What's the word I want to say? Wrongdoing in a courthouse itself. By you tampering with witnesses, you tampering with the rules of the law, and that can get you later fired from your own job, my boy. So it's like, is it really worth it? It's like, honestly, if you're doing stuff for the greater good, then let God take care of the rest. But if you trying to get your way and play God, even if that person is in the wrong, God gonna be on that person's side.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, or not even necessarily be on their side, but they just gonna show you. He gonna show you like why you shouldn't be playing with me.
That's facts.
You know, that's basically what I got to say about that.
But I ain't really got much else. That I felt like that was just important to bring up because there are still courthouses out here on bullshit, and they had Thug in jail for music for years now. They literally have had him in jail for music. Now, if you have been a victim of any of the things that have happened with any of these cases, that does not include you. You deserve justice. The way that they're going about this, though, they're going to end up letting a lot of people walk who shouldn't walk just because they're so desperate to get this one person. So we should be fighting for fair trials on all fronts, because if it's not fair, then all of it is thrown out, not just him. Exactly. All of that shit gets thrown out.
And even in my last thing I gotta say, even the stuff that happened with
Take Us Home.
the stuff that happened with Gunner, I don't personally know the background behind that, but for a person to do certain things and that person that's in that case has yet to say anything bad about that person,
Facts.
has yet to even call that person a rat, let alone out their name. Pay attention to what's going on, bro. Because I feel like what's really happening is Doug is controlling this shit and playing like he's a puppet master with this, bro. With all this,
And Thug dad went to the Gunna show.
yeah, Thug dad went to the Gunna show. Thug dad told Lil Baby to shut the fuck up because you don't know what's going on with the case. And he even said that, yeah, Gunna didn't snitch. And so, Peep Gang, you see that now Gunna is getting more features. He had a feature with Offset, and he getting more features with other people. What the dude name I don't know. So it's like, think about it, bro. If he really snitched, or he really did something that he wasn't supposed to do for us against the street code, do you think this nigga would still be getting all those songs?
Selling out shows in Atlanta.
Like, be for real. In Atlanta at that. Bro, Tekashi 6ix9ine had to lead the states and still got arrested.
Facts.
And only one person did a feature with him, and that was Kodak Black because the bread was good. And Kodak Black even said it. He said the bread was good, nigga.
That shit was funny.
He gave me $1 million to do a verse.
All right.
All right, then.
That is
Like,
Kodak. All right.
Yeah, like, bro, like, that's more logical to him. Because a rat can do what a rat can do to get what he want.
Facts.
But saying a spot and got him, the dude gave, what, Lil Durk 100K. Shit got sent back to him. Because he was a rat.
Oh, yeah, I remember
So it's
that.
like,
Yeah.
those type of actions, it's going to show if you actually are that person. But if you not, in the long run, you stay 10 tones down to yourself, the real going to know who you are, and you still going to eat at the end of the day. For Young Thug, though, I feel like if the judge wasn't on no Fugazi shit, then he would have got clammed up. But the fact that anytime somebody wants something so bad, they get anxious, so they fuck up. So that's what that situation was. They got too anxious to put this man away, and the fact that they're allowing their own wants and needs to get involved with a case that was already won for them, it's ridiculous at the end of the day. That's all I got to say, and we're going to let y'all get a little taste of Young Thug before we...
Oh, you got something?
I got something real quick. You know what I'm saying? I got something. It was already up.
You said Thug?
Young Thug. Go ahead to Just How It Is. We're going to go listen to Just How It Is.
Just how it is? All right, man.
And that's how it is real quick.
It's the It's the what you call it? Nah, it's the what's his face
And
talking about what you call it on the what's the name the what's the name podcast. We have been your hosts. I am Kelvin Ruffin Jr. Don't forget the Junior, and this is your boy
Larry the Wavy Fellow here to tell you shit.
Hello.
But right now I'm in zombie mode, so you know we gonna stay up all night and be the undead.
Facts. We gonna go ahead and rock out with the rest of this joint. If y'all want to listen to it, go ahead. If y'all want to cut this off, enjoy the